I'm with Phil Gawne, and on our Friday briefing, quite a few things you've got up here. Obviously, this moving of services into the local government sphere rather than keeping it with central government continues, which, I mean, is it too good to be true? Is everyone wanting to do this? You've, in the past, not you, but the government's had always problems with having this done. People have entrenched themselves, being told what to do, they don't like that, but things seem to be different and still going apace.
Yeah, I think it's gone as well as I would certainly have hoped for. You know, you're right. In the past, people have, or from a central government point of view, we've hectored local authorities. We haven't talked to them. We haven't discussed with them as democratically elected.
You being a sort of bully before.
Yeah. So I think it's good that we are now having a grown-up conversation and recognising, giving respect to local authorities as democratically elected bodies. You know, it's not just central government that's elected by the public. Local government is too. And there's some very good people out there with some really good ideas, and they're worth listening to. So that's what we're engaged with in this exercise. And again, you know, the analogy that I'm using, which may or may not be a good analogy, is that in the past, government has said, we want this number of people to turn up to a party. We've decided where they're all going to sit. We've decided who's coming, what time it's all going to take place. We're not really going to tell you any more than that, but you're just going to have to come.
So immediately people don't like that, do they?
People think, well, I might come. But
yeah.
Instead, this time round, we're saying there's going to be loads of food. It's going to be this really fantastic venue. There's going to be music and entertainment. Would you like to come to our party?
Well, who's going to say no to that?
Well, absolutely. And it, you know, beggars belief, really, that we've not thought about doing it that way before. So we're actually inviting people to come and genuinely debate and discuss the relationship that we have between central and local government, because that's important, because there are a range of things, housing, for example, where there is a sort of a confused relationship. In some areas, there are lots of housing authorities, so certainly in the south, in my constituency alone, Port St Mary, Port Erin, Rushen, the Marashan Crescent elderly persons housing, and the department's own housing. You know, there's about 5 or 6 different housing authorities just in one small area, and yet you go to the north, there's maybe just Ramsey and their elderly persons complex. So there's only maybe 2 authorities plus government. But why is government, central government and local government, providing the same service? There's clearly a duplication there. There are differences in terms of funding. In the central government funds certain elements, and local government, the local government members make decisions on certain things. We make decisions on certain things relating to what they have to spend money on. So it's confused.
I'm confused what you're just trying to tell me there.
Absolutely. So what we're trying to do is say, is there not a better way we can do this? Is there not some way we can improve the relationship in terms of the things that central and local government do together?
Do they have to take everything, like waste management, housing, car parking, public toilets? Is it take it or leave it, or are you saying they can pick and choose?
Well, what I'm saying is that we're having a conversation. We're going to make decisions by December as to what we can collectively agree. What we did in terms of highways, in terms of the transfer, was we said we're aiming by the 1st of April to transfer services over to local authorities. If we would have come down with hard and fast rules and said on the 1st of April either everyone's in or everyone's out, then everyone would have been out. Right. We're still at this stage, we've got 20 of the 24 authorities signed up. The other 4 have various reasons why they haven't signed up, but none of them are insurmountable, and we'll probably have that sorted soon.
On your analogy, has everyone RSVP to your party? Have you got a nice goodie bag for them, incentives or something? I mean, you know, how would you describe it?
Yeah, I think it's been successful. We know that the vast majority of people are coming, and they're coming with their own entertainment and bringing some food as well, because actually,
and a hat and a
but no,
okay,
people genuinely are interested in this, because it's not just the things that are already on the table that are obvious things that we need to resolve our relationship on. We heard last week about economic development and the potential for using the regeneration committees to actually look at economic development in the area. Well, actually, a number of the local authorities in our discussions so far have said, actually, that's something we could be involved in a greater extent. The other area, and this was something Chris Robertshaw was particularly keen on, and I totally support him on this, is using the 160 plus eyes and ears that are the democratically elected local authority members to help us in terms of understanding social need in certain communities and areas. That itself is a really useful thing that it's an untapped resource.
Okay.
So I think it's there's an exciting debate. By December we will have agreed.
Right. When is your party? When's the party actually taking place?
We've arranged meetings. We've had meetings already. There's more meetings.
Have you got a date you want everyone on board?
Where by December, I should say, we will have agreement on the things we can agree on, and by December, we'll know what we're going to do. We'll then transfer the functions over as best we can by the 1st of April, so that when the new local authority members are elected, they're coming in knowing exactly what the new relationship between central and local government is. It's not the sledgehammer approach that we've tried in the past. Some people have described it as the sledgehammer is now hidden within a cuddly teddy bear. I don't know. What we're trying to do is have a grown-up conversation. It doesn't sound like that, perhaps.
I've enjoyed it. Are you the cuddly teddy bear, by the way? Is that what
maybe.
They say?
But what we're actually trying to have a grown-up conversation about how local and central government should work together in the future. And actually, that's good for the people, because what we know in terms of the relationship between the sort of democratic relationship is that people are getting switched off from politics these days. And one thing that's very clear that allows people to get switched back on is when you get decisions down to a more local level.